Hello students, welcome to Spectra Education Academy. In this video, let us continue few more applications of a body when it is allowed to fall freely. So let us say this is application number 6. A body is released. A body is released from a certain height. From a certain height h. If g vanishes, in the midway, g vanishes means g disappears in the midway. So what we need to find out the total time. The total time taken by the body, involved without gravity, first with gravity, next without gravity, first with gravity and without gravity is. So you try to understand with the help of diagram. Say it is allowed to fall freely from this point, moving down. So it has to travel total height, this is h, but in the sentence they mentioned that after it travels h/2, g disappears. So it means for the first half, g is present. For the next half, g is absent. Okay, so here g is present, here g is absent. U0. Now, make use of S equal to ut plus half at square. So for the first half, distance is h/2. Since it is coming down, is negative. U0, a is minus g, half g t1 square you write down. So 2 and 2 get cancelled, minus get cancelled. So t1 will be equal to h/g under root. So you call this equation 1. When it travels half of the total height, after completion of half of the total height, it possesses velocity v. Let us say on reaching point C. Since after that there is no g, it travels with uniform velocity. If g is present, it travels with uniform acceleration. If g is absent, it travels with uniform velocity. Okay, first you try to get what is the velocity it is going to acquire after reaching point C. Make use of v square minus u square equal to 2as. So u0, v square is equal to, moving down, it is minus g. Moving down means it is minus h/2. So minus will become plus. So 2 and 2 get cancelled. So v equal to root over gh. So this is the velocity it is going to acquire on reaching point C. Now making use of this, it continues with the same velocity in the remaining journey. Okay, so it continues with the same velocity in the remaining journey. So therefore make use of once again S equal to ut plus half at square. So anyhow, there is no gravity. No gravity means what? You can't discuss, you can't take up this particular part. So therefore, it travels with uniform velocity means acceleration will be 0. But what is the distance it has to supposed to travel is h/2. With what velocity? So this u will be termed as root gh and so t2. So therefore, if you simplify this, you can write this is root h into root h divided by 2. with root g and root h. So this h and this h cancel all together. This is going to be T2. So the final answer is T2 is equal to 1 by 2 under root h by g. Now total time, let us say T is equal to with gravity T1, without gravity T2. What did you get? T1 under root h by g. This is with gravity. Without gravity is 1 by 2 under root h by g. So therefore, so if you take out common under root h by g, it will be 1 plus 1 by 2. So if you simplify it further, this will be 3 by 2 under root h by g. So this is the desired equation. 3 by 2 under root h by g. We'll move to the another application. Even you can have another application is ratio of capital T. This is the total time with plus without gravity to ratio of capital T to T1. So this is the time taken by the body to cover h by 2 with gravity. So therefore, T by T1. What did you get? T? So it is 3 by 2 under root h by g. T1. So what did you get? T1. T1 is under root h by g. So you can cancel this and this. So it will be 3 by 2. Then you can also find out ratio of capital T to T2. So once again, the T by T2 is equal to, what is T? 3 by 2 under root h by g divided by, so this is going to be 1 by 2 h by g. This is without gravity. So h by cancel, 2 cancel, it will be 3. Now we'll move to the another application. This is application number 7. When a body is dropped, when a body is dropped from certain height, h above the ground, it reaches the ground in a T1 seconds, but after T2 seconds, it is dropped and released. So the further time after which it reaches ground is. So how to understand this? Suppose if there is raining, you are in the 3rd floor or 4th floor, you are keeping your hand outside, you are stopping the raindrops and you are releasing. So this is the way you have to understand. So you try to understand making use of diagram. So this is the total height. This total height is covered in T1 seconds, but after traveling a time interval of T2 seconds, it is stopped. So what you need to find out is further time interval. So this you need to find out. Now make use of this is going to be total height is h. This h1 can be included with h1, and this can be h2. Since you are dropping here, once again you will be 0. Anyhow, here you will be 0. Now total height is going to be h1 plus h2. So total height it covers without stopping in T1 seconds. So making use of s equal to ut plus half a t square in all the cases. So S will be H, U0, you will get half GT square, negative sign before left side, right side cancel. So this will be half GT1 because it reaches ground in T1 seconds, T1 square. Similarly, for the case of H1, to cover H1, it takes time interval T2. So therefore, H1 is equal to half GT2 square. So therefore, you can substitute here half GT2 square plus H2. H2 means you can write half GT square only. So we are looking for T square here. So you can cancel half G both sides of the equation. Now we require T square. So it will be T1 square minus T2 square. So we require T. So it will be T1 square minus T2 square. So this is the desired equation. We'll move to the another application. This is application number 8. If the distance traveled by a freely falling body is equal to distance traveled by it in the last second. Then time of fall is, so they mentioned the distance traveled by a freely falling body in a total time t, say in total time t is equal to distance traveled in the last second. So for the first part of the question, you can use H is equal to half GT square because U0 negative cancel both sides. So this is equal to distance traveled in the last second. In the last second means, so let us say Tth second. So we have to use Sn is equal to U plus A of T minus half. So since U0, so this will be Hn negative minus G with the T minus half. So negative cancel. So you call equation 2, this is equation 1. They mentioned that equation 2, Hn is equal to H. So you can write half GT square is equal to, you can take a common here, 2 LCM. So if you take 2 LCM, it will be G by 2. So you will have to write 2T minus 1. So therefore G by 2 and G by 2 get cancelled. Now you can write this as this one. So you call it as T dash, this one. So we are looking for it. So it will be T square plus 1 is equal to 2T, 2D dash in particular. T square plus 1 by 2 is equal to T dash. So this is the desired equation. This is the last application. Say this is going to be, I think, a 9th one. A stone is allowed to fall freely into a open well of depth H. The time required to hear splash of, splash means resound, splash of sound is, okay. So person who is dropping the stone has to wait. Say this is the open well. Try to understand with the help of a diagram. This is the open well. So open well. Now, so maybe water almost at the bottom. So this is depth of the well. So person dropping the stone here. It takes a time to reach to touch water surface, say T1. So until it touches water surface, it behaves like a freely falling body. So therefore, total time to hear splash of sound. So then sound will be produced. That sound will travel with its speed v, that is uniform. Then he has to wait until stone touches water, and thereafter, after sound produces, it reaches the person here. So total time is equal to T1 plus T2. So T1 is time taken like a freely falling body to travel a depth of h. So h is equal to half g T1 square. So you will get 2h by g, because we have written repeatedly, since it is moving down negative h and negative g. So you don't need to write. So this is T1. After it touches water, it travels, sound is produced, it travels with the speed v, but it is uniform. So therefore, but this speed of sound has to also travel the distance equal to depth of the well. So therefore, T2 is equal to h by v, because we know that speed is equal to distance by time. So distance is now depth of the well. So for which time taken is T2. So T2 will be h by v. Now total time we are looking for. So T1 is 2h by g plus T2 is h by g. In general, we take speed of sound roughly equal to 330 meters per second. So these are the applications of equations of motion when body falls freely. In my next session, I'll continue with a few standard numericals based on equations of motion, which are related to equations of motions for a freely falling body. Thank you very much for watching my video, but don't forget to share and subscribe with your friends and relatives. So don't forget to make your comments. Thank you very much.